Hello, this is GTA Chinatown Wars Good to Evil. Taking the first place is Ling Shan. She's an associate of Uncle Kenny who teaches Huang the ropes and helps him out until she dies in the third mission. Next is Wade Heston. He's an undercover detective who befriended Huang, and he claims that he needs one good bus to protect himself from the internal affairs. Though his actions are illegally sensitive, but he does have good intentions and is arguably the most loyal and helpful character towards Huang in finding his father's killer. Next is Lester Lee Rock. He's an ex-con bike enthusiast who helps Huang infiltrate the Angels of Death to see if the rat is working for them, but he does have a good heart and a fine person, but his constant screw-ups cause Huang to fix his mistakes. Now on to neutral. Next is Chan Jiaoming, one of the Triad's new boss candidate, but he's generally cleaner than the other characters. He's eccentric into street racing, getting Huang to sabotage the races, but his role is to constantly get screwed over in some way by his own stupid actions. But he's not a bad guy, but he's very inept, and he doesn't have a distinct morality, and sadly he gets accused of being the traitor and dies by Huang. Next is Mel Mallard. She's a documentary filmmaker and a love interest to Chan. She gets Huang to do a shootout so she can film it, and later she tries to reveal Huang and Chan's identities until she got kidnapped by Huang and killed by paranoid Chan. But she didn't do anything illegal, but her missions is what put her this low. Next is Huang Li, the main protagonist of the game and the nephew to Uncle Kenny. He got ambushed and left to die at the beginning, and his main goal is to track down his father's killer and someone who stole Yuan and a government rat. He spends the rest of the game being snarky and sarcastic, but going along what everyone wants him to do, and he doesn't have any more personality. Next is Xin Jiaoming, a notorious and paranoid triad leader and a father to Chan. He has other people to do the deeds for him just to test loyalty, but he caused Yu Zhuang to get stolen, so he spends the rest of the game trying to smoke out the rat, but ends up injured and arrested thanks to the true rat. Now on to the evil. Next is Zhao Ming, one of the Triad's new boss candidate, and the darkest thing he did when he cut out Yuri's heart. But his main goal is to be Sin's successor by his arrogant actions, but he doesn't betray anyone, and sadly he got accused for being the traitor and dies by Huang. Next is Rudy D'Avanzo. He's an Italian mobster. He claims to Huang that the rat is Jimmy Capra, but he turns out to be innocent. Rudy was just stringing Huang along to deal with his own issues, which actually sabotaged the Triad's relationship between the Mafia, so Huang ends up killing Rudy. And finally is Uncle Kenny, the main antagonist of the game and the uncle to Huang. He killed his own brother, nearly had his nephew killed, and he's the government rat all along, and he was the one to put the blame on Zhao and Chan, just become the new boss to the Triads. Okay, that is all, and that is the last GTA video. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.